Hello students, in the last video we have explained market failure and externality. In that video we have explained the possibilities of market failure and explained different types of externalities. This video is a continuation of the previous video. In this video we are going to explain positive externality in production and consumption and how it affects the market efficiency. Besides, we are looking into the solution to the market failure due to positive externality. We know that externality is the spillover effects from production or consumption for which no suitable compensation is made or paid to the affected third parties. It is the effect on third parties may be in form of cost or gain. It is the spillover effect on third party where no compensation is paid. We know that market efficiency is the point where the demand is equal to supply or where there is free interaction of demand and supply. That is, there is market efficiency. Market efficiency is equal to allocative efficiency, or market efficiency leads to allocative efficiency, which is the private efficiency where the demand is equal to supply. This equality between demand and supply will lead to the private demand which is equal to the private supply. In actual sense, demand is equal to supply, we mean that private demand is equal to private supply, or we can say that marginal private benefit is equal to marginal private cost. MPB, marginal private benefit, is equal to marginal private cost. Market efficiency is the allocative efficiency, which is also known as private efficiency, where the demand of the market is equal to the supply of the market. Here the demand means private demand and supply means private supply. Therefore, private demand is equal to private supply, and automatically we can represent it as marginal private benefit is equal to marginal private cost. Marginal private benefit is equal to marginal private cost is the allocative efficiency in a normal market condition, in a price mechanism situation. Social efficiency or optimum point to the society is different from that of private efficiency or allocative efficiency. This social efficiency consider the social demand and social supply. In case of social efficiency, the demand of the society or society demand is equal to the supply of the society. Here we are considering the marginal social benefit. Marginal social benefit means benefit to the society including private benefit, that is equal to marginal social cost including private cost. Here this marginal social benefit is equal to marginal private benefit plus external benefit. That means private benefit plus external benefit of the society is totally termed as marginal social benefit, and marginal social cost is the marginal private cost. That means individual cost of production or cost of production to a particular individual producer plus the external cost or social cost of production. This constitutes the marginal social cost. Now let us explain each term separately. First one is the marginal private benefit, which is equal to marginal M P private B benefit, marginal private benefit. This is the additional benefit enjoyed by an individual from the consumption of an additional unit of a commodity. It is the utility or satisfaction derived by an individual additionally when he is consuming one more unit of a commodity. Now we have marginal private cost, marginal private cost MPC. This is the cost incurred by a producer for the production of a particular commodity, additional cost incurred by the producer to produce one more unit of output, marginal private cost. This is the cost of raw material, cost of labor, cost of input, etc. incurred by a producer. This is private cost of the producer. This is marginal private cost. These two will be equalized in case of allocative efficiency. We are considering only marginal private benefit and marginal private cost in case of allocative efficiency. Another important concept is marginal social benefit, MSB. Marginal social benefit is the benefit enjoyed by the society through the production of a particular commodity by a private individual. Suppose if production provides certain external benefit, this external benefit also added with private benefit, which is equal to the marginal social benefit. In the same manner, we will be having marginal social cost, which is termed as MSC, marginal social cost. It is the cost of the society. It includes private cost plus social cost or external cost. Here the marginal social benefit is equal to marginal private benefit plus external benefit or external benefit enjoyed by the society. In the same manner, marginal social cost is equal to marginal private cost plus external cost of the society. Therefore, while considering society, the benefit of the society and burden to the society, we need to consider marginal social benefit and marginal social cost. The equality between these two leads us to social efficiency. The equality between the first two, marginal private benefit and marginal private cost, leads us to private efficiency or allocative efficiency. Now we are moving to the concept of positive externality in consumption and how it affects the efficiency of the market. Positive externality can be defined as any time the consumption of a good or service creates spillover benefit enjoyed by a third party which is not involved in that transaction. Additional benefit enjoyed by a third party who is not involved in that transaction is termed as a positive externality. In case of positive externality, a market failure happens as a result of the free market production is less than the socially optimum quantity. The social optimum quantity is more, the economy now is producing less than optimum. That is the problem of positive externality, which will lead to the market failure. The best example is vaccine. Suppose if vaccine is consumed by a group of individuals of the society, it will improve the health condition of the society as a whole, and there is positive effect on the society. Another example is public transport. If most of the people using public transport, usage of vehicles will be decreased. That means private usage of vehicles will be decreased, pollution will be decreased, decrease in greenhouse gases, which will lead to the improvement in quality of life. There will be lesser demand for fuel. Therefore increased usage of public transportation facilities will increase social welfare. There is positive externalities. Now let us examine the positive externality in consumption using a diagram. We have x-axis and y-axis. On x-axis we have represented quantity, and on y-axis we have represented marginal benefit or marginal cost. Initially we have a marginal demand curve which shows the marginal private benefit to an individual. This is the benefit enjoyed by an individual, or utility enjoyed by an individual, or satisfaction enjoyed by an individual, which is represented through the demand curve or marginal private benefit curve. Now we have a marginal private cost curve which is upward sloping. This is the supply curve of a firm. In case of perfect competition, this is the rising portion of marginal cost curve. Here we have identified an equilibrium point E, the green point E, where the economy is producing OQ1 quantity at OP1 price. Here it is clear that at point E, the marginal private benefit is equal to the marginal private cost. This is the condition of allocative efficiency. Here we have not yet considered the social benefit enjoyed from the consumption of particular quantity of commodity. Now we are considering positive consumption externality or positive externality in consumption. If there is positive externality in consumption, the marginal social benefit will be higher than that of marginal private benefit. Due to consumption by a private individual, there are social benefit too. Therefore marginal social benefit will be greater than marginal private benefit. Here we are drawing a marginal social benefit line which shows or which consider the social benefit as well. Here there is additional benefit to the society. Due to the consumption of OQ1 quantity, the society enjoys additional benefit of P1 P2 area or P1 P2 price. In other words, if we are considering social benefit as well, the price of the commodity would be OP2. If the economy want to reach to socially optimum point, the economy must produce at point E2, where the economy is producing OQ2 quantity of the commodity. If the economy is moving to E2, the economy will have TEE2 area of additional benefit. This is the potential gain in welfare of the society. The society can reach to higher level of welfare. Therefore, if there is positive externality, the current production is Q1, which is less than Q2. Q1 is the current production, Q2 is the potential production with full output or socially optimum output. Therefore, as per allocative efficiency, economy is producing less than the optimum point, or we can say that free market equilibrium quantity is lower than the socially optimum quantity. There is a potential welfare gain. Here resources are under allocated, underutilized. This market failure can be corrected through a government intervention. Government can give subsidy or positive advertisement can be given. Government can provide facilities to the public freely. That is, government interference is essential to reach to the socially optimum point. Suppose if the government is giving subsidy to reach to allocative efficiency, there will be a new marginal private cost curve. There will be a reduction in marginal private cost curve. This marginal private cost curve will be like this: marginal private cost minus subsidy. After subsidy, the new marginal private cost curve is this, and we will be an intersecting point E3 where marginal private benefit is equal to marginal private cost, and the economy will be reaching to OQ2 quantity at a lower price. This is possible through the intervention by the government. Therefore, giving subsidy is a method to reach to the socially optimum point if the resources are under allocated when marginal social benefit is greater than marginal private benefit. This is the case of positive externality in consumption. Now we are moving to the positive externality in production. This is the least common type of externality. Initially, let us define positive externality. Positive externality in production exists when the production of a good creates spillover effects to a third party who is not involved in it. It is the spillover effect to a third party, additional effect to a third party, extra effect to a third party who is not directly involved in the process of production. This may be enjoyed by individuals or groups of people. We have already said that this is the least common type. This is very rare because firms do not want to externalize the benefit. In normal course, a firm do not want to externalize the benefit or do not want the benefit to the society. They want to extract the benefit and enjoy maximum profit. The best example of positive externality in production is research and development activity or done by a particular company. For example, in the field of pharmaceutical or medical field, there are pharmaceutical companies who are doing research on medicines. For example, research on COVID-19 medicines or vaccines. These will create positive benefit to the society. Similarly, suppose there are tree plantations, rubber plantations of Manorama and something like that. They are planting trees. They are for their benefit, but it creates benefit to the society also. These are the examples of positive externality in production. In positive externality in production, marginal social cost curve is affected. MSC, marginal social cost curve, is affected. In case of consumption externality, it affected the marginal social benefit, but in case of production externality, the production side is affected. Therefore, marginal private cost is lowered with social marginal cost. Let us examine the condition of positive externality in production with the help of a diagram. Here we have x-axis and y-axis. On x-axis we have shown quantity and on y-axis we have represented benefit or cost. Here we have a demand curve. We have demand curve which is the marginal private benefit curve, which is also equal to the marginal social benefit curve. Here marginal private benefit is equal to marginal social benefit because we are assuming that there is no consumption externalities. We have already said that in case of consumption externality it affects marginal private benefit curve. Similarly, in case of production externality it is going to affect marginal private cost curve. Here we have a supply curve. This supply curve shows the marginal private cost curve. Here marginal private benefit intersect marginal private cost curve at point E, which is the equilibrium point at the initial stage, and the economy is having OQ1 quantity at OP1 price. Here till now we have not considered the externality in production. Here at point E, the marginal private benefit is equal to marginal private cost. Here we are considering positive externality in production. In case of positive externality in production, we have marginal private cost which is greater than marginal social cost. That means the cost of producing OQ1 quantity, as we compare social cost, it is lower than that of marginal private cost. Now we are drawing a marginal social cost curve which is lower than the marginal private cost curve. This is the new marginal social cost curve where there is positive externality in production. In this case, we will be having lower social cost than private cost. Here we have shown lower social cost. Automatically we will be having a new equilibrium point E2. We should have a new equilibrium point E2 with OQ2 level of output. If we are producing current level of output OQ1 itself, then the price is to be charged will be only OP0. At present the economy is producing at OQ1. By considering production externalities, positive externalities in production, suppose if the economy is producing on OQ2 level, the economy should have gained this much area of additional welfare. Therefore, if there is positive externality, definitely there will be a welfare gain. The output can be expanded from OQ1 to OQ2. OQ1 output is the efficient level of output, but OQ2 output is the socially optimum level of output. This leads to a market failure because economy's efficient production point is OQ2, but economy is still producing OQ1. In order to correct this problem, additional subsidies can be given. Suppose if the original marginal private cost curve is S is equal to MPC, that is to be decreased by giving additional subsidy. Giving sufficient amount of subsidy will lead to SMPC curve shift to S is equal to MSC curve. That is a new private cost curve which consider the social cost as well will be generated, and new equilibrium point can be identified at point E2. This is the condition of positive externality in production. Now let us conclude this analysis as we have been discussing about positive externality both in production and in consumption. Initially we are considering consumption, positive externality in consumption. If marginal social benefit is greater than marginal private benefit, we will be having positive externality in consumption. In the same manner, we are considering positive externality in production. We will be having marginal private cost which is greater than marginal social cost. In case of consumption, positive externality happens when marginal social benefit greater than marginal private benefit, and in case of production externality, positive production externality, we will be having marginal private cost less than marginal social cost. The effect of these two conditions will be a lower quantity with higher price. If the economy is producing at efficient condition, we will be having lower quantity and higher price. When there is lower quantity and higher price, definitely there will be underutilization of resources. That means underutilization of resources is the result of this positive externality in consumption and production, where marginal social benefit is greater than marginal private benefit in case of consumption externality, and marginal private cost is greater than marginal social cost in case of positive externality in production. It leads to underutilization of resources. This is the market failure or inefficiency which can be corrected through a subsidy. We can correct this market failure through subsidy. When subsidy is given, automatically there will be increase in production and the economy will lead to social optimum. Therefore, The ultimate condition is the attainment of social optimum point. It is if there is positive externality in production or consumption, we can correct it by giving proper subsidy, or by positive advertisement, or by positive involvement of the external agency like government. All these efforts will lead to reach the point of increase in production and reaching social optimum. This is the basic analysis of externality, positive externality in related with consumption and production. In the next step, we will be explaining negative externality, and we will explain how it affects the market and how it can be corrected. Thank you.